Out of the Colloquium 51, during the Summer of Purpose, a creative, dynamic, and interdisciplinary dialogue about learnings, perspectives, and purpose led to a conclusion of concrete action plans and the agreement that there is no going back after the corona pandemic.
The pandemic actually highlighted many of the things that are wrong with the way the world is happening and running right now.
I think everybody's been busy doing their own firefighting, but I think now's the time to think about that question.
This is a disease where nobody is safe until we are all safe.
We are making an appeal to the world to declare corona vaccine as a universal public good or a common good.
As the COVID-19 pandemic continues to wreak havoc across Mother Earth, everyone converges on the idea that ultimately the only way to definitively eradicate the pandemic is to have a vaccine.
We are thinking about how to make it available to everybody because this is the only way we can end the pandemic. We can come to the end of the whole panic that is created and the disaster that it created.
The pandemic clearly exposes the strengths and weaknesses of healthcare systems in different countries, as well as the obstacles and inequities of access to healthcare. Governments, foundations, international financial organizations should work out details of how to make the vaccines available free of cost. We appeal to them and charity organizations, philanthropist individuals, and social businesses to come forward to produce and/or distribute the vaccines all over the world.
Everybody can produce it wherever they want. There's no licensing of it. There is no patent right to it. It's an open source product.
We invite all entities to reaffirm our collective responsibility for the protection of all vulnerable persons related to poverty, discrimination, gender, illness, loss of autonomy, or age. We must work out an unambiguous procedure to determine what would be a fair level of this return in exchange for putting the vaccine in the public domain. Information issued by the private sector, scientists, and authorities needs to be timely, accurate, clear, complete, and transparent.
It should be a common good that should be announced now before it's too late. Unless we do that, privileged people will have access to it, and bulk of the population will not have that.
We urge the World Health Organization to design a world action plan. We appeal to them to set up an international committee responsible for monitoring the vaccine research. We appeal to all world leaders, Secretary General of the United Nations, Director General of the World Health Organization, religious, social, moral leaders, leaders of research laboratories, pharmaceutical companies, and media leaders to join hands to ensure that in the case of COVID-19 vaccine, we have a global consensus for free universal access, far ahead of its actual production and distribution. We, the undersigned, ask you to sign this appeal at www.vaccinecommongood.org.